Welcome, West Sacramento, to the 2020 tree lighting celebration. My name is Chelsea Miner, and I'm the chair of the West Sacramento Chamber of Commerce. Now, this year is a little different than past years. And while I personally wish that we were standing in the cold, gazing at the magnificent tree outside of City Hall, we also want each of you to be safe and healthy. We gather here tonight to celebrate the holidays, even remotely, and bring our community together. I want to wish each of you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, and a Happy Holiday. Happy Holidays, West Sacramento.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho! I just want to remind everyone that there's still time to write Santa a letter with your wishes for Christmas. Take a few minutes and write those things down, and when you're all finished with your Christmas list, then have an adult put it in an envelope and send it to me at the North Pole. Now, if you'd like, you can also color a picture for me. I like red, so be sure and use lots of red. Or draw a picture of the reindeer or my sleigh. I would love to put those things up in my workshop at the North Pole. So don't forget, so that I know what to bring on Christmas Eve. Ho, 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 ho! I know all of you are in school now, and you know the elves have school as well. That's where they learn their alphabet. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
We're honored to be the title sponsor of the 2020 West Sacramento Chamber of Commerce tree lighting event. Yola Federal has strong roots in this community as we're the only financial institution exclusively serving Yolo County. We believe in supporting local, which is why we partner with the West Sacramento Chamber of Commerce. We are so happy that their team has worked their magic so we're still able to celebrate together virtually. We've enjoyed celebrating this cherished event alongside the West Sacramento community since 2016. For many of you, this event kicks off the holiday season and represents a time where we can come together and celebrate. And on behalf of Yola Federal, I'd like to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
He'll be coming down the chimney when he comes. He'll be coming down the chimney when he comes. He'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney. He'll be coming down the chimney when he comes. He'll be flying with his reindeer when he comes. He'll be flying with his reindeer when he comes. He'll be flying with his reindeer, flying with his reindeer. He'll be flying with his reindeer when he comes. And we'll leave him milk and cookies when he comes. We'll leave him milk and cookies when he comes. We'll leave him milk and cookies. We'll leave him milk and cookies. Yes, we'll leave him milk and cookies when he comes. Now we better go to sleep so he will come. We better go to sleep so he will come. We better go to sleep now. We better go to sleep now. Yes, we better go to sleep so he will come. And we'll all say Merry Christmas when he comes. And we'll all say Merry Christmas when he comes. We'll all say Merry Christmas. We'll all say Merry Christmas. Yes, we'll all say Merry Christmas when he comes.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Santa here. I'm coming to you from the Arctic Studios at the North Pole. And the elves are putting together a little video program for you. And I'd like to read you a story as part of that. And the story that I picked out here is The Night Before Christmas. Maybe some of you have heard this story before. It's a very old story. And look who's on the cover. Ho, 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 it's me. Ho, 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 ho. So let's get started. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Oh, that little mouse is asleep. Oh, oh, oh. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Do you know sugar plums were an old-time candy? So they were dreaming about candy. Ho, 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 ho. Do you ever dream about candy? I know I dream about cookies sometimes. Oh, because I love cookies. Ho, 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 ho. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to the objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. You see, when this was written, Rudolph had not yet joined the reindeer team, so there were only 8 reindeer pulling my sleigh. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. Oh, look, there I am again. Ho, 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 ho. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. There's another picture of the reindeer. Ho, 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 ho. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the whirlwind fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. And as I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had slung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Oh, and look, cookies and milk for Santa. Ho, 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 ho. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, ho, 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 like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk. Then laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Oh, 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 oh. I hope you enjoyed that story. Oh, oh, I enjoyed reading it to you. Oh, 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 oh. ho, 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 ho. And just one more reminder. During this flu season, I want you to wash your hands for 20 seconds. And also when you go out, wear a mask, because Santa will be wearing a mask this Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.
Dear West Sacramento community, on behalf of the city, I'd like to extend the warmest wishes for a joyful holiday season. I'd like to offer my gratitude for our city's rich history of generosity and the recent outpouring of love to meet the needs of the hardest hit by the global pandemic. As I reflect on what we have accomplished, I marvel at how our community was able to manifest a year's worth of giving into the past 9 months to meet the needs of the community's most vulnerable. The mask makers who jumped into home production, the teachers who formed car parades to check in on students they miss so much, all the kids doing their best while their parents work from home or have to be away during the day, the many volunteers delivering meals to our elders, the business community in the county who have stepped up to meet the constantly changing health mandates to increase our safety while keeping us supplied, and the spiritual community who have found new ways to engage people in virtual space to keep us spiritually whole. We have so much to be proud of as we continue to be strengthened and overcome the challenges of our community. Past relationships were tested and held true. New connections were made despite social distancing and reduced gatherings in public spaces. The holiday season is a time when we take inventory and give thanks for what we have, but also the time we set intentions for what is yet to be accomplished. I am proud to serve as your mayor, and I look forward to building bridges to fortify the best of what we are and all we have to offer in strengthening our regard for one another and building off the rich history of our beautiful, great city we call home. Happy holidays, one and all.
Ho, ho, ho. This Christmas tree really spruces things up. Ho, 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 ho.
Ready?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. I just wanted to tell all of you how proud I am of you for all the good things that you're doing. My nice list is very long this year, which means all of you are doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Eating your vegetables, doing your schoolwork, doing your chores at home, coming when you're called. All of those things are very important. So keep up the good work, because Christmas is almost here. Ho, 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 ho.